All right. Hello, everybody. Just kind of doing this Instagram. All right. Hello, everybody. Just kind of doing this Instagram live again. It's 7:40 p.m. I've already uploaded the vlog. I also uploaded the video Instagram live from earlier. It was a really crappy screen capture that I had to use. Couldn't figure out how to get Instagram to save this live video to my gallery on my phone. So I'm kind of doing this just to kind of test that too, to see if that save arrow is in the top right hand corner like I see other people's Instagrams. So what's up, everybody? If you have any questions about my journey or anything, or keto in general or whatever, you can always give me a shout out either on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or wherever. Keto BFray on all those platforms. Day one Facebook, Day one Facebook blog journey updates at BFray Story. Keto Coach Jay wants to join in. Might as well. Hey. All right, get ready to try and time up with Keto Coach Jay here. So here we go. Oh, collab.
You know when we're there. Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, Keto Coach Jay?
It is, and you caught me at a good time with my ketosis shirt on. I'm heading to Starbucks and then to the gym. How are you?
I'm doing peachy myself. I just got done doing a couch to 5K earlier. No gym for me today.
Nice.
So tomorrow's my gym day.
Hey, I think there's a couple great things that we could bring up on this little Instagram live right now. I appreciate you accepting me in. First of all, just so I have a background, how long have you been active with the ketogenic diet?
I've been on keto since, well, technically I've been on my diet or lifestyle change since March 1st, 2017. I started keto about the 21st of March officially, but I was like keto light for like 20 days, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha. So I guess what year did you actually experience that? I mean, when did you come to the paradigm shift that fat doesn't make you fat, carbs have more of an impact on that than anything?
Probably about after the first month. It was just because I was like, you know, I had heard about keto mainly from Joe Rogan and his podcast, and just kind of started investigating it. Looks like keto.
Okay. So yeah,
there you are.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm in Las Vegas. I'm just driving to Starbucks by the Strip. It's touchy here with so many people, high frequency of cell phone use. That's my theory. But hey, have you noticed ever that you have problems sleeping when you're? I mean, have you ever tested your ketones? I don't personally test, but I can definitely get a good sense for when I'm in a nice deep ketosis state. I mean.
Yeah, I got like, I kind of have sleeping problems anyways, because I was diagnosed with sleep apnea many years ago. I really don't wear my mask anymore.
I'm not familiar with like sleep apnea personally. I've never gotten too much into that. What exactly is that?
That's basically where kind of the layman's situation is generally has something to do with the back of your throat. Whenever you're sleeping, like the airflow gets cut off, so like you physically like you're still breathing, but you're not breathing. And it kind of
Can I get a medium
brings you,
hot coffee, please?
yeah, it kind of brings you in and out of
That's it.
consciousness, and you gasp for breath and things like that. And that's what the CPAPs are for, because it
Gotcha. Okay.
forces air into your
Yep.
throat.
Now it's coming to me. My grandfather has that, so awesome. So you already have problems with sleep. I mean, do you feel like ketosis is helping or hurting or hindering your sleep, realistically?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure it is in the long term because I'm healthier.
Sure.
After keto, because I mean, I was like 505 whenever I started this journey.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm down to 240 right now.
Oh my
So,
God, my brother. Shit. You've done it. You've done it, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how much do I owe you? Apologize. So I'm
No
coming
problem.
from a little bit of a different background. I'm all set with the change. I'm coming from a little bit of a different background. I didn't have that much weight to lose. I was a obese younger kid as like a 10 to 15 area, but I was weighing probably the same I do now. But I've made some great transformations also. You can check out my Instagram there, but nothing even considerably close to the powerful transformation that you've done. How long did that take you? That was was that almost 300 pounds?
It's 264 as of a couple days ago.
Oh my
and
God.
it's been like 13 and a half months going on 14.
What are some things that you have now that you've been, you've definitely become a pro in my opinion. I don't care how long you've been on it. I was put on a ketogenic diet in 2005 as a obese kid, and that was kind of what opened my eyes to the whole idea that we're not chasing the low fat products, we're chasing the low carbohydrate products. I still at that point wasn't sure about the whole, because it was Atkins back in that time, Atkins Revolution, and I didn't know about the fat so much. Now that we know about my fat, now I'm training. I'm 62 days out from a men's physique show. I got my fat up at 80%, and I'm doing OMAD, and it's absolutely incredible. It's by far the holy grail for the strategy for me. Have you ever, okay, let's talk about how you even got to be 500 freaking pounds. What type of life, what type of emotions were you living with, and what really caused that significant of a gain?
Well, I've been kind of overweight since about like 4th grade. I think I blame it on the Nintendo Entertainment System myself, because it was like I went from an active child to somebody that was sitting on the couch playing video games all day. I mean, I'm not saying it's an excuse. I also have diabetes that runs on my mom's side of the family. So I became insulin resistant, and just kind of just gained and gained and gained, ate carbs, ate out all the time, like Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, all them places, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's. I mean, pizza is still like a thing that I kind of missed, but I don't, because I can do keto friendly crust per se.
True.
I really don't.
The whole thing too.
Yeah, and yeah, for sure. And I eat large pizzas on the daily sometimes beforehand. Just, it's just being to the point where I didn't really give a shit what other people thought. And as long as I was happy, how I looked, I really didn't care. And then there was like, this is like the 4th time really in my adult life that I've like went, you know what, maybe I should change my lifestyle. The first time I went from like 365 down to like 245. And that was like 6 months. I did like, just like kind of like the modified Atkins at that point.
So a little bit higher. Is that 50 grams net carbs?
I didn't really track like that per se. I was just kind of I was kind of like, the whole Subway diet
Gotcha.
and
Oh,
things like that.
sure. Just living a lower carb lifestyle. I hear you.
Right. But
Probably
still
not.
eating, probably still eating over 100 grams of carbs a day. So I wasn't really that great
It's better
on
than
that,
most people, though, and probably a lot better
right,
from that you were doing prior. So you've made some incredible
right.
changes. What type of mindset have you found yourself in that you could share to others when you're in that journey of significant weight loss? There's something to be said about that. It's a routine you find yourself in. It's a very nice rhythm, and it stops becoming such a grind, and it actually starts just becoming a very nice, again, rhythm, and the weight starts to kind of compound, and the weight loss is compounding, and you're like, okay, you hit your plateaus or whatnot, but what do you think changed for you? I mean, what was going on mentally that you were like, you lost 260 something. How the hell did, one is consistency. Was there a lot of discipline? Was it just changing? Was it not that much discipline and just changing your approach, and it just kind of worked this way compared to what was different? What do you think? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit different, kind of a combination of all the above. I'm like one of those type of personalities that if I have the mindset and the drive, nothing's going to stop me from getting to my goal. But I'm like super, super, super lazy keto. At first I kind of was like, I'd cook my own dinners and my own lunches, and maybe do started out like an intermittent fast, like a 16-8 or a 18-6 kind of time frame. And then, after about, 3 months of that, I was just like, I think I know this enough that I could go and eat out a lot and know what to order and how to order things. And let's see how that goes. Cause I'm super lazy when it comes to cooking, because I generally work in the food industry.
Same.
So it's just like, I make food all day for people. Yeah. I really don't want to come home and have to make food too. So I do a lot of eating out. Like I said, it's just like, like taco salads and like Hardee's low carb burgers or Denny's low carb burgers or Grand Slams, and, just kind of mix things up. And then, occasionally I'll grab something from the grocery store or something quick and easy. But I'm super, super lazy whenever it comes to, the food selection. If I cooked myself, I hate to see how fast I would have lost weight, because I know fast food and the restaurants aren't the greatest of whenever it comes to restricting of sugar and things of that nature in their foods. But it's just, even just showing that I take pictures of stuff all the time and put them on Instagram. It's like, if you're on keto and you know what to eat, you can eat anywhere.
You can go anywhere. There's really nothing that.
I'm sure you can't go to like a frozen yogurt shop though.
Some sort of, if they got meat and salad, I mean, we're basically all set. How about this? Tell me about, have you ever it sounds like you've kind of just, you're hitting the nail on the head with kind of a big hammer. And let's say, what is your goal weight? I mean, you're how much are you at now, and what's your goal weight exactly?
So I'm at 240. Right, I'm at 240.8. My original.
How tall are you?
6'4". I'm 6'4".
Very good.
So, yeah, and my original goal weight whenever I set on this journey, I gave myself 2 years, because I'm 39 currently.
Okay.
I just turned 38 whenever I started this. Right. My birthday's in like late February. So whenever I started this, I was like, I'm getting ready to turn 40. One of my baby cousins just died of congestive heart failure at 24. So I'm just like, I'm not living a great life.
Yeah.
I probably should give this another shot before I turn 40 because my family's always been on me. But it's just totally aired out on the question originally. But
yeah, how is your okay, so what was your weight now, what you said, and then what is your current goal weight?
Right. Yeah, so my original goal weight was 235, which I'm about 5.5 pounds, give or take.
You're right there.
According to how my water is that day on retention of water. But so I'm almost at my original goal weight. My new goal weight, I really don't have one. I'm just saying, I'm gonna get to 235.
If you were shooting high, if you were going for if you were going for like the whole looking like fitnessy, like lean, right, what would your goal weight be there? I'm just curious to see like what your lean body mass would be. Like right, 220, 200?
Yeah, probably 220 range. Because it's just basically once I get to 235, I'm going to really start trying to see about getting the body fat as low as I can get it. Right. And bulking a little bit more, because I have been going to the gym this entire time, but I've kind of been chasing the pump versus more training, powerlifting,
Yeah, totally. I have to switch up to your style now, chasing the pump, and I'm coming from my whole life of just going and lifting heavy for like 3 to 5 reps. So I'm telling you, it's a lot funner, in my opinion, to then go do a bunch of high reps. But regardless,
so
it sounds like you've basically gone from morbidly obese to a normal guy on the street.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And plus I've also changed a lot with my medical. My doctors are real happy with me. They haven't quite tried to get me on statins, cause I don't know how my LDL and all that is right now. Cause I've always heard that keto tends to, raise LDL and things like that sometimes when it comes to, the lipid test or the lipid panels. But I do have 2 prior lipid panels that I actually just got from my doctor today, from a couple years ago. And then right after I started keto, I had a lipid panel. So it's like I'm trying to sit there and figure out the numbers, just to kind of see about making a video about like my transformation with it regards to my medical history and how, keto change those numbers.
Can I bring up a topic? What is your experience background with like alcohol, like smoking weed, nicotine, any? Yeah. Okay. So I've been smoking pot since 13 years old, as regularly, but I had to give that up to get down to, if I wanted to diet properly for like a competition level dieting, the weed had no business in my life. Right. Unfortunately, it is unfortunate. Right. All of us love that, but that's why I bring it up, because I'm wondering, when you were in those times of great weight loss, you weren't struggling with, I will go from right now sober to, let's say I smoke some weed, and I hope this is okay to talk about, but weed's legal here, so I don't really care.
I'm in Indiana.
Important.
We're a Christian military state, Mike Pence and everything.
Yeah. Okay, so it kind of changes your whole. I look in the mirror and I'm like, hey man, what are you trying so hard for? You look good. Let's just calm down and get. You can go out and get something to eat. Let's celebrate. It's all a lot of very comfortable mindset, and that's not sometimes what you need when you're trying to reach a goal, per se, or see a goal to the end. So your experience with that it did not really lead you too far off course.
No. It's actually, awesome. I think it actually, keto has helped with that a little bit, in the sense of like prior to keto, or as my friend used to say, always says BK before keto
like
went,
that.
you know, and then AK
I'm gonna
after
steal that.
keto. Yeah, and then so basically, like if which also kind of touch alcohol. I'm not really a big drinker. Weed smoking, I'm not really a big smoker. I'm more of a social smoker.
Really?
So
I'm the complete
it's not
opposite.
like, yeah, so it's not like I sit at the house and I smoke weed, you know,
That's
all the
me.
time.
That's me. Yeah.
It's usually I have to go out to, like, I go to a buddy's house and it's
Gotcha.
like, you know, go there and smoke. But then like before keto, it was like I'd go to like Taco Bell, grab me a whole bunch of like $14 worth of food, just devour them carbs.
Totally.
And then I would go over there, smoke some weed, and then get the munchies, and then end up, even though I know mentally, it's like, there's no way that I'm hungry, but
Right.
I would still go out and buy another $14 worth of fast food.
Right. That's kind of the point I'm trying to bring up with it, and how the weed kind of, it overrides your brain. Literally.
Right. But it seems like since I've been on keto, I really haven't gotten munchies.
Cool.
With smoking. I don't know if it has to do with the satiation, with the fats and all that kind of overriding, or if it's just something that's, you know, mental, that I'm like, you know, a lot more better at controlling my hunger or anything. Because generally, I hardly ever get hungry. I eat because, you know, I set a time frame to eat. Because generally, like right now, I'm on OMAD.
Are you really?
There's occasionally,
that's ironic.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm glad that
yeah,
we ran into each other on this.
Yeah, and then some days, like here lately, because I kind of effed up like a month and a half ago. Is like because I was doing basically I was shooting for about 2,500 calories, give or take, since the beginning.
Okay.
Because that was kind of like what I programmed into those fancy schmancy like caloric calculator things.
Yeah.
I know they're not right. They're not right, but it's ballpark.
That sounds kind of low for you. For somebody your size, 2,500 cal sounds like it's a decent deficit.
Right. Agree? So yeah, because I purposely did that because at the beginning I went, okay, so I put into that calculator. I was like, okay, what's my goal weight? Sedative, no gain. What's it saying my caloric should be? And it was like 2,700. So I was like, okay, I'll go 2,500 from the beginning, so that I could say, okay, I don't have to mentally go, okay, well, I'm used to eating 3,500 calories, but now I got to start leaning it back because I'm at a point that it's not a deficit anymore. So I pretty much was like, you know, I'll just do it right from the beginning. Don't have to worry about changing my caloric and all that. So
real quick, I want to give a shout out to Matthew Sheldon. Matt, if you're still in the room, let comment. I want to bring up a couple of good points that would help you out. Okay, so yeah, back to the story. You're at 2,500. You just didn't want to go too high or too low, and
right. Yeah. So basically, I was watching a lot of videos, like Eric Berg and Thomas and Goody and Jason Witten and all them YouTube guys.
Keto fan, baby. All our friends right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Jason Whitrock. I was most inspirational.
Near and dear to my heart, bro. The guy, I just resonate with him. I think out of most of them. And dude, Keto Connect, Keto Savage, those two channels, amazing also.
Yeah, I love Keto Connect.
Yeah.
But
we're getting the same info.
Right. So basically, Berg was talking about like a lot of his patients that do OMAD generally tend to eat 30% less calorically than they would on like a 3 meal a day. So I was
big time.
I was like, okay, I was like, I'm like 15 pounds from my goal weight at this point. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to reduce my calories 30% and see what happens. I think I fucked up when I did that because I dropped my calories from 25 to 1750 and I've just hit a plateau. So I think my body after like 3 weeks just kind of metabolism slowed down to 1750. And then whenever I fast or calorically intake deficits, it's just not as impactful. So I basically this last week I bumped my calories back up to 25.
Okay.
And so then this week I'm doing my new routine, which I'm kind of trying to make OMAD a little bit more impactful. So I'm doing like Sunday I'll do 3,000 non-OMAD. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll do 2,500 OMAD. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm doing a calorie deficit where OMAD on 2 of them and then non-OMAD on 1. Just
like
to kind of break up that cycle.
Where did you, where did you figure that out? What inspired you to come up? Because I like your approach. That sounds exactly right. You're keeping your body guessing and you're not getting stale and acclimating to that, and you got it right. I like it.
Yeah, kind of Thomas DeLauer videos, because he was talking a lot about like, you shouldn't do intermittent fasting every day or something like that, or you should switch it up.
Totally.
And he was talking about like cortisol like levels increasing like with fasting periods and things like that. So I just figured, hey, I'll throw in 2 bones in there and just kind of get off of that OMAD train to see if like cortisol will reduce and stress hormones and things like that in your body, to try and see if that will break this plateau and get through the finish line of the original 235.
Gotcha. How's it been so far? How long have you done OMAD? Because I used to do it years ago, and then I don't know why I stopped, but I brought it back, and it just seems to be the absolute powerhouse, to getting goddamn weight loss results. Like, I couldn't even explain to tell you how serious it is.
Yeah. Not 100% sure. I would have to look at MyFitnessPal, but probably in the ballpark of like 6 months.
Oh, nice. So okay. I'm somebody who comes from a background of loving. I will always love to eat a huge meal. I like that. I'd rather eat a big meal or 2 big meals rather than 5 stupid little 200, 300, 400 calories. So are you relate in that sense that this OMAD shit is really, I can really resonate with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love eating. That's like that was probably one of my biggest problems at the beginning. I love to eat.
I bet.
And
totally.
I like to eat until, I'm full.
Full.
I have a big stomach.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I think it's kind of an addiction almost, but
I'm right there with you, brother. I am right there with you.
But at least with keto and intermittent fasting and OMAD lifestyle, I reduce insulin spikes. Therefore, I burn fat more often throughout the day. Also, autophagy takes an effect.
That's my favorite word when we talk about fasting. I did a 7-day fast last month, probably 3 weeks ago. Because we're so fat adapted, I had literally zero hunger, and I say that so sincerely. I did a 9-day
fast, like right before and after my birthday in February. So it was just, I was never hungry.
Dude,
I just drank water and electrolytes.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did.
I was
water
good.
And
my family was all. Yeah, my family was all like, oh my God, Brett, what are you doing? Why are you going for 9 days? Isn't that a little extreme? And I'm just
it is a little extreme.
I've done my research.
Yeah, totally. You got these little you got a little 120-pound chicks rolling out 30 days. You're like, I'll be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've obviously heard of the guy. I'm sure he was 483 pounds a few years ago, and he did 380 days of fasting.
Oh yeah. That was like one of my
So
it's like that was one of my case points because like my godmother was the biggest like vocal person in my life that was like, like maybe you should like not go to the extreme. And I'm like, it's not really an extreme. I'm like, people do 30-day fast. I mean, look in the Bible, and
40 days, 40.
And she's like, okay, well, I'm not. She's like, I like fasting, but I just don't know if you're going at this like, too extreme and all this like right now. And I'm like, and like one of my other keto buddies that lives here in Evansville was defending me on Facebook because she kind of called me out like on one of my Facebook posts. And it was just like, like, I don't know if this is safe, medically and all this.
Sure.
And he's like, well, listen, 380 days is the longest like fast that somebody's like medically been, shown to do. And he's like, he's fat adapted and he's done his research. So he knows how to reintroduce food into his system healthy and all that. Because basically I kind of did like I did a bone broth like the first day or two. And then I started reintroducing like greens and probiotics and things like that for the first couple days before
after
ate
you broke your fast,
solid food. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific. That's the, again, as you know, like the most important part of the fast is the way you're going to reintroduce your food. So that's incredible that you killed it so good.
Yeah.
So you did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and in those 9 days, I know I at least lost 20 pounds.
I lost 11 in my 7, and I'm not a big guy. I'm 160 right now. And
I had a lot more to lose, of course.
But that's incredible, man. So yeah, that's cool. This has been cool. What are you doing? I mean, this is really my main priority in life is spreading this word, spreading the message. Kind of. Have you seen the movies The Matrix? Yeah.
All 17 of them, however many there are, 3, I think.
3.
Technically.
Yeah, but you've seen. I feel like I kind of.
The last 2 are kind of semi-terrible, but they're not bad.
I hear you.
I definitely took the blue pill.
I'm trying to be like Morpheus, right, and trying to unlock people's minds from the deception and the umbrella of lies we've actually been living under, and you don't even know. Yeah. People don't know. Because we were there
saturated fats are terrible, guy. Come on, they're terrible. They cause heart disease.
Cholesterol is going to kill you. Cholesterol is going to kill you.
That's why they say, most people that die of heart attacks actually have low cholesterol.
Literally. That's funny. You should see the people behind the keyboard who want to hate on this lifestyle, and then look at them as they eat. They're like claiming to be vegan, and they're eating for dinner a bowl of French fries. This is their raw vegan life, right? It's like go suck a dick. But just to be blunt,
I don't know too many vegans that are hateful. Thankfully, I haven't run across them trolls.
Just take Wild as an example, but that I had come across recently. And people,
but I've seen hate that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of hate that like people like Primal Edge Health gets on YouTube a lot from that community.
Primal Edge Health is the truth, man.
Yeah,
the truth.
But Tristan, like I said, it's probably not all. It's probably like the outliers that are more the trolls in that. It's like a lot of vegans probably are decent people. It's just whatever
I never meant to point a finger at a specific eating style. I was just using this as an example of a lot of people that might hate on our eating style.
Right.
It'd be like me over here preaching ketosis. And then I only eat Burger King with no bun.
Like carnivore diet or something,
Yeah, it's
like,
like, what are
oh
we
gosh,
doing
I
here?
can't eat them leafy greens. What are we doing with that? We don't have a, like like an essential carb, so there's no point in eating salad,
Right. Yeah, lastly, I just want to ask you, what are your goals and plans for, I mean, yourself spreading the message? You're on Instagram Live right now. I ran into you here. I run a 30-day, $30 beginner program. I feel like in 30 days, I'm pretty confident to train a beginner, never doing this in their life, to one, let's set up your grocery shopping list. Your preferences, obviously. There's a lot of foods that are keto friendly that I noticed aren't going to help support a great weight loss journey. For example, cashews, peanuts, things that are like peanut butter, things that are going to tend to gain and breed more overeating, things of that nature. So that's what I'm working with people with. People that are new to this, they're getting 1,000 different people telling them what keto is, how to do it. And I think you need one solid person that's done it themselves. You don't need to be a scientist to help somebody. That's the truth.
Yeah.
You just need to have had your own personal reference experience.
So, life experiences are the greatest things, because it's like, okay, here's my before photo.
Right.
Speaking of before photos, here, let me see if I can do this real quick.
Let's see if we can do that. I'd be interested in seeing that.
Let's see here.
What do we just click on? What's this circle thing here? I'm trying to figure out how we...
I'm trying to load it up on my computer here, so I'll just pull it up over here and then kind of show it on the Instagram here. So let's see here. This is my my BFray story on Facebook, which is my day one like kind of blog where I upload a lot of stuff. So like if you search BFray story, all one word, on Facebook, you find that. So here's my profile picture.
Wow.
Which is just nuts. And then I also take a lot of selfies on there. I have like pretty much a selfie every week since the beginning on that particular page. And then on my Facebook itself, I kind of have a private photo that I've taken like end of month status photos that I share out every once in a while, especially like at milestones and things like that. And there's also the photos I use for my Keto Quest competition entry and all that.
How many followers do you currently have on like social media platforms? I didn't take notice.
On Instagram, I have like over 900. And YouTube, I'm like 32. Facebook, or the Facebook blog, that BFray story, I have like 280, something like that.
Cool.
And then,
do you have plans for creating your own product package to kind of assist people that are saying, hey, I like this guy, I'd like to work with him further in a journey myself? What do you got going for that?
Yeah, I've thought about it. I just, I would love to make a living off of doing this and helping other people, with transforming their life like keto has transformed mine, and just, really preach, the powers of the ketogenic diet and how to do it and what I did wrong so you don't have to do it wrong. And, just have like an ear to like, say, okay, yeah, that's good, but I don't know if you should eat that because of this and things like that. Just like I never really ate peanuts like you were saying. I eat peanut butter occasionally, but I kind of stay away from peanuts and I stay away from cashews just because of their high carb levels. And then I used to eat almonds a lot, but then I found out that almonds are real bad with inflammation. So I cut out the almonds, and now I pretty much just eat hazelnuts, Brazilian nuts, or pecans. Mainly because I can't stand the taste of walnuts. They're great on their, their calorie, their fat and protein profiles, but I just can't stand to eat more than a half an ounce of walnuts.
Gotcha.
I mean, maybe inside of some sort of mixed bag, I can probably get away with, that, because right now I generally have I have an ounce bag that's like 1/3 Brazilian, 1/3 hazel or macadamian, and 1/3 pecans.
Good mix right there.
So yeah, get the that good fat. And here's my beginning progress photo. Let's see if I can get the angle on that.
Wow.
Which that was that's technically the photo that I submitted to the Extreme Weight Loss Challenge. Whenever I applied for that, didn't get it. I didn't have a story like, oh, my father abused me, so therefore that's why I'm fat, type of thing. It's like, oh, I'm fat because I'm a bad eater. I think I can change my life if I have the platform and the drive to do it, which that's my whole thing, was like I needed something to push me to get better. Right. And, that's a mental thing that you just have to say, what I'm doing is not working, and I'm not healthy. I'm out of shape, and all that. And, it's just, it's like,
were you featured ever on Keto Transformations Instagram?
Not that I'm aware of. I've submitted photos, and like before and afters, or before and currents, I guess, not really afters. The biggest thing that I've ever really have gotten recognition from is from Keto Quest, which, like
from
I said,
Jason Whitrock?
March. Yeah, Jason Whitrock. I was March most inspirational.
Dude, no shit.
Yeah.
I would rather have that than anything. So what did he gave you a shout out? Like what benefit, what type of value did you get from that with your building block of social media and followers?
Not really sure. I haven't really seen a big intake on anything on social media wise.
2017, you said?
No, it was just this last month.
Awesome, dude. So this is relevant. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then here's.
Were you the winner? He does a Keto Quest every month, doesn't he?
Yeah. I basically was like third place per se. There was a grand, a second, a third, and then I was most inspirational. Gotcha. So I was like three somewhere in that ballpark. Basically, I had an option of getting the Keto Mojo or like a whole bunch of swag, and I ended up just getting the swag because
what is that? I'm not familiar with that.
Like swag, just like gear, like t-shirts and gym bags and things like that from his mama does printing company that he does. So I'll probably be getting a lot of Jason Whitrock t-shirts and Myoplex t-shirts or whatever. I'm not 100% sure what's going to be in there. I haven't received the package yet, but it's supposed to be coming. And then I was going to show you one more photo here. This is my the end of month 1, which was like March 31st of last year, to the end of last month, which is technically the end photo from the Keto Quest. Also, so this is the kind of almost before and after side by side.
Let's check her out. Oh, dude, you're that guy. I cannot believe I'm talking to you right now.
Yep, that's me.
I tagged my girlfriend on your Instagram picture recently. Bro, I cannot believe that I'm talking to you. That's fucking awesome. We're so fucking keto community right now, man. This is awesome. Keto fam, ballin'. That's awesome.
Yeah, we should come up with some sort of like keto like hand signal, kind of like a
like
gang sign.
Keto gang, right?
It's like Rockefeller, but like just like with a K or something.
True. Yeah, wow, dude. Hey, it's been an incredible conversation with you. I hope to have one again. I just got to the gym. I got work in 2 hours. I got to crush this workout quick. I got to go grocery shopping, but I'm not going to be cooking and eating until after work. So it leaves zero chance.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what? This OMAD, the only reason I did OMAD was so I could get through work untouched by any chance of fucking my diet up. Literally, that's the only reason.
Exactly.
And it's been so many blessings that have come from this, and I can't thank the keto gods enough. I swear to God, I'm dead serious.
Yeah. I can't thank Joe Rogan enough for talking about keto on his podcast, because that's what got me introduced to keto. Was Joe Rogan talking about it with like Brendan Schaub and things like that, and I was just like, "What's this keto? You know, high fat? What?"
That was like years and years ago. Maybe not 5 years ago. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I remember seeing that.
It's at least, because pretty much is just over like maybe like 14, 15 months whenever I started really investigating it and going, okay, well, let's see, what can I eat? What can I not eat? It's like, ooh, I like doing that. I like cheese. I like sour cream. I like ranch. I love hamburger. I'm not a big chicken fan, so it's like, I can eat it in moderation if I need to.
Totally.
It's just, but yeah, definitely keep crushing that shit though.
Please stay in contact, okay? Because I didn't realize that you're basically famous. Everybody has seen everybody in the community has seen your picture, and I didn't realize that was you. So that's awesome, because I literally didn't even know that it was you, and I was commenting on your picture, like tagging people on Instagram to look at that, and it's ironic. But I do actually really have to jump in here. It's 91 in Las Vegas in the car right now. It's a little warm. I'm gonna get in there and let's definitely do this soon again, okay? And let's see if we can get Weight Rock, man. If we can get Weight Rock in here, my dreams will be answered, man. And next time we talk, think about some good topics, questions, things that might be more relevant to everybody else. And we're gonna go from there, bro. So you're absolutely crushing it, and I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Yeah. Just holler at me anytime you want to go live, man.
Hell yeah, let's do it. How do we hang this thing up? Just click the live button?
I think we hit the end button in the top right.
Okay, because I want this to save. So I'm going to go ahead and hang up now. I'm going to run in here, take care of what I got to do, and keep on ketoing on. So keep killing the game, bro.
And I'm gonna try and save this and upload this to YouTube also.
Please do, man. And I'll be in contact. It's been a pleasure. Have fun, bro.
All right, you be good.
Yep. Peace.
All right, deuces.